What I have to present is actually a service which was intended to be a great tool for all the NSK State citizens. It's called the NSK State Radar. And before showing you how it actually works, I need to say about a few things we had in mind when developing it. We were developing it for over a year. We had lots of things to do with semantics and logics and so on, because some of the things that are inside of the operations are quite hard. So the basic two premises of the NSK State Radar were these two quotations. The first one belongs to Laibach from 1983, saying that Laibach functions as a creative illusion of strict institutionality, identification with institution, as soft theater or popular culture with a centralized programming, one transmitter and a multitude of receivers, and video communication through uncommunication. This was actually developed from Joseph Goebbels, to which I will go a bit later. And the second premise we had in mind was actually this one, from the thesis of the NSK state, that the NSK confirms the status of a state not to territory but to mind, whose borders are in a state of flux in accordance with the movements and changes of its symbolic and physical collective body. This is a very important thing for our radar, because the state of mind, it's very hard to define the outcome of mind without actually thinking of articulation of it. And there's two types, usual types of articulating the mind. It's spoken and written word, as John Goody well knows. We went for the written one. What I have to talk about in the first phase is the media progress we were witnessing in the last decades, actually in the last 50 years. We'll start again with Joseph Goebbels, who was the genius of propaganda, the Reich Minister of Propaganda, who was inventing the very basic equation for mass media, which was very alive up to late 90s. He was using this formula. Laibach actually prolonged in this quote, the one transmitter and 10,000 receivers. What he said is, think of the press as a great keyboard on which the government can play. The second big step was the social media progress. Obama very well used it, and he said, change will not come if we wait for some other person or some other time. We are the ones who will be waiting for, we are the change that we seek. We went for the synthesis of those two. By using Goebbels, one transmitter and 10,000 receivers, this is the formula actually Laibach is using, and we wanted to adapt it to modern times, but we weren't satisfied with the banner, 10,000 transmitters and one receiver. So what we did was the merge of these two factors, and we actually tried to socialize Goebbels. This is the outcome. Yes, we scan 10,000 transmitters, 10,000 receivers. So the basic operation of the NSK State Radar, NSK State Radar is scanning the web continuously. It's doing a loop every hour, and it's broadcasting the live stream on the nskState.com. I will give you the exact address a bit later. What we are scanning is news, blogs, forums and social media. Of course, we are not scanning the social media, meaning Facebook, where the accounts are locked, but what is public, we can scan it. We are dealing with keywords here, that's why we need semantics and logics, and following keywords are being our target. First of all is the NSK state, then it's the NSK, Neue Slowenische Kunst, Laibach and Laibach Kunst, Irwin, Noordung, New Collectivism and Kolektivizem, Department of Pure and Applied Philosophy, and we will soon add some more according to the historic relevance in the history of the Neue Slowenische Kunst. But so far we had been doing with these keywords for over a year, so we actually were able to make the distinction between Laibach as a group and Laibach as the the city of the capital of Slovenia used in German news, of course, about Slovenia. And we were also dealing with Irwin and so on. We are still getting some spam, very tiny one, but I can proudly say we are doing better than Google with this thing. This is how it looks like. It's already online, and on the left side you see the stream of news. Underneath it's a link where this thing was fetched from. Also the title is clickable, and as we will add new keywords in the service, you will see them on display on the right side. We will also add the RSS feed and probably include the multiple translation because it fits the NSK State. As you will see, I can't show it here, this is the limitations of the software I'm using. This thing is live. So when our machine is actually getting the fetched result, it's showing it instantly. This means this is a live stream, you can actually watch it, you can look at it, and you can, I don't know, if you have a Twitter account, join with your soulmate or check the interesting blog where the keyword is appearing and so on. There are numerous interpretations that are available with our system. As I said, it works in a continuous loop, it's just like a Tibetan prayer wheel. It actually has, it could have this religious moment in it. It collects articulated reaffirmations of an idea of the NSK state. It collects the articulations from everybody. It's not strictly connected with the NSK state, but we are just trying to have some sort of an official state clipping. It binds quantitative relations of uncomparable realities into an abstract community. This is the definition of the state Hararis I used in Intervale a month ago. It projects rhizomatic resonance. It's an NSK state's war machine. This is something that Mr. Godard, who unfortunately I think is not with us, would pretty much like. He was also Intervale. It can act as a voice social sculpture because every result from radar becomes a sculpture of the social organism. Its state of freedom is creating the totality. And of course, it's a little bit of Slowenistic machine. It plays with control over free speech. We let you speak and we just fetch what you are saying. There are of course numerous interpretations possible. This is just few of them. You can find Hegel, Nietzsche, Kant, whatever in it, you just have to mention it with one of the keywords we are tracking. So, thank you for joining me. I'm proud to present it. It's already online at the following website, radar.nskState.com. You can check it immediately. That's it. Thanks for joining me.